Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 2012, the album Dad AF. I went to a party last Saturday night. I didn't get laid. I got in a fight. It ain't no big thing. All right, let's get into this video, shall we? A little Lita Ford for a Tuesday afternoon. Today, we're gonna talk about some interesting things. This is an episode that I like to call Reacting to Hollywood's Stupidest People, because this story just seems to get stupider and stupider and stupider to me. And yes, we're talking about Aunt Becky herself, Lori Loughlin from Fuller House and Full House, the mother of Olivia Jade. Her husband is this dude whose name I can't pronounce, that was the one that came up with all those clothes at Target. It just is not that deep. So anyway, I'm going to read you two articles today. I'm going to read the New York Times, not bestseller, but I can't wait to see the book that she puts out about this, because you know she will, because her career's over, so she'll have to put out a book about all this so she can make a lot of money. And then who will play her in the Lifetime movie, because she got fired from Hallmark. So it'll be like somebody like, I don't know, Jo Beth Williams will have to play Lori Loughlin in the Lori Loughlin story. Can you even imagine? Or Tori Spelling. Tori Spelling's like the queen of those Lifetime movies. Death of a Cheerleader. Love it. But anyway, so today we're going to talk about Lori Loughlin because she has pleaded not guilty. And why is she pleading not guilty? Not because this is supposedly a smart legal move, not because of that, which I've heard that it is, but because she didn't know that she was breaking the law. She just thought she was breaking some rules. So we're going to react to this, and I'm first going to read you the New York Times one, which is a little bit more of an educated response, and then I think the second one is from Entertainment Tonight or Fox News or something like that, and I'm going to react to that one because it's a little bit funnier. Okay, so let me read to you what's going on. New York Times, this is from yesterday. Students receive target letters in college admission scandal, lawyer says. April 15, 2019, after 50 people, including parents and coaches, were charged last month with crimes, the nation's largest ever college admissions prosecution appeared to be ensnaring another group, students. According to a lawyer involved in the case, at least some children and the parents who were charged in the scandal have received so-called target letters, which notify people that they could be targets of a criminal probe. Now, this is really interesting because in all of the videos that I do, it's kind of split down the middle. People are saying that Olivia Jade, who is a famous YouTuber, daughter of Lori Loughlin and her husband and her sister, Isabella Rossellini Jr., I don't know what her name is, okay? But anyway, they went to USC. Go watch my 5,000 other videos about this. But anyway, it's split down the middle. People either say she was too young and she didn't know any better, and blah, 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 whatever. Or other people are like, she deserves to have a little bit of a jail time or, you know, serve some, I don't know, kind of legal repercussions as well. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Put it in the comment section below. According to a lawyer involved in the case, at least some children of the parents who were charged in the scandal have received so-called, she's not a child, okay? I mean, she's young. She's, I think, 19 at this point. But this is also somebody that was making over $1 million a year with sponsorships and YouTube AdSense and things. She had a Sephora contract, okay? Listen, Sephora ain't calling me up and saying, do you want to do some mud masks? They just aren't, okay? So she had it kind of pulled together for 19 years old. According to a lawyer involved in the case, at least some children of the parents who were charged in the scandal have received so-called target letters, which notify people that they could be targets of a criminal probe. The lawyer declined to be quoted by name, citing sensitivities about the ongoing case. The spokesman or spokeswoman for the federal prosecutor's office in Boston, which is handling the case, declined to comment on the department or the development. I need my readers, okay? Listen, I'm not 19 anymore. I'm 46. I need my readers. Which was previously reported in Law 360, a legal news service, and the Wall Street Journal. It was uncertain on Monday how many students received such target letters or whether they would, in fact, lead to additional charges. Some defense lawyers in the case said the children of their clients, parents charged with trying to get their children admitted to college with falsified athletic credentials or altered test scores, had not received such letters. So it's going to be interesting. Is Olivia Jade one of the people that received these letters? Is Olivia Jade going to suffer consequences as well? Is Olivia Jade going to jail? We'll find out. Federal prosecutors have said that some of the young people involved in the case were oblivious to what their parents were doing, while others were not. At times, the students were in on it, a federal prosecutor, Eric S. Rosen, said in court last week during one in a long schedule of hearings in the sprawling case. More than a dozen parents, including the actress Lori Loughlin, have pleaded not guilty to the charges against them, court documents showed. Now, before we get into that, let's just kind of think about this for a second, okay? I don't know Lori Loughlin. I don't know her husband, although I used to wear a lot of his t-shirts. And I sure as hell don't know Olivia Jade. They don't ask me the Chinese buffet, okay? We don't go up there and eat the General Tso's chicken. I don't eat chicken anyway. I'm a vegetarian. They don't ask me to go shop at the Marshalls, to go, TJ Maxx and find some of Kat Von D's makeup. They just don't ask me to hang out. We ain't going to movie premieres, and we sure as hell ain't sitting around eating popcorn watching Hallmark movies, okay? I don't know that, right? But I have a really hard time believing that Olivia Jade's mother was like, put on a Jeffree Star tracksuit, sit down in this thing and act like you're Rowan, okay, because you're going to USC. No, the girl knew what she was doing. She knew what she was in on. She got an athletic scholarship or got into this college so that she could be on the crew, okay? And then what did she think when she got to the university and she wasn't on the crew? She wasn't in on it? I ain't buying it, okay? And yes, I think that she's young, but I will say this. Here's one of my questions that I would like to pose to you guys, because recently I have been trying to, have a conversation in the comment section below for you guys, and you guys have been really classy, and I think there's been a great intellectual conversation going on in the comment sections of my videos. Recently I made some videos about James Charles. And James Charles, I think, is 20 now, and the response to James Charles is always, well, he's really young, he's really young, he's really young. In the past, when I would make videos about Tana Mojo, she's really young, she's really young, she's really young. I would like to know in the comment section below, when do you feel like people age out of that really young? Like, when can we not use that as an excuse anymore? I honest to God, I just really want to know, okay? Is it 19? Is it 25? Is it 30? Is it 32? Listen, we all make mistakes, okay? I don't have a problem with people making mistakes at 65 or 16. I really don't. It's about the ownership of the mistake and saying, hey, let's learn from it. I have made my fair share of mistakes, and I am a believer that you have to fall down to get back up. You have to fall on your face, make a fool of yourself, and you have to learn from it, right? So are we enabling these younger people by just saying, well, they're young, they didn't know any better? I believe that we are. So I would like to know, what is an appropriate age to not say anymore? Well, they're too young, they didn't know any better. So can somebody let me know in the comment section? I would like to know what you guys really think. Okay. More than a dozen parents, including the actress Lori Loughlin, have pleaded not guilty to the charges against them, court documents showed. Miss Loughlin's not guilty plea on Monday came a week after 13 other parents, including the actress Felicity Huffman, indicated that they would plead guilty. The decisions by Miss Loughlin and Miss Huffman, the most widely known parents involved in the case, only because they're famous on television, not because they have the most money, because I don't think that's the case, were only the latest way in which their legal paths have diverged. Miss Loughlin waived her right to appear in court for an arraignment after being indicted last week on account of conspiracy to commit fraud and another of money laundering conspiracy. Her husband, the fashion designer Massimo Giannulli, also entered a not guilty plea to some charges, the same charges documents showed. Miss Loughlin and Mr. Giannulli are accused of paying $500,000 in bribes to ensure that their daughters would be admitted to the University of Southern California. The young women were presented as recruits for the women's crew team, though they did not participate in the sport, according to prosecutors. Miss Loughlin, who has appeared largely upbeat during court appearances, yes, sure, of course I'll take a selfie, has not publicly spoken about the charges. Also submitting not guilty pleas and waiving the rights to court appearances for arraignment. And then it goes in here and lists these people that I have no idea who they are. So anyway, that was the New York Times, which was, I would say, I don't know, a little bit more of an intellectual response. But those are not typically the ones I like. I like the ones that are just like come out with the statements and they have sources. Listen, okay? It is 2019. I believe that you have to constantly reinvent yourself, okay? I do believe that. I think that you have to constantly, change careers. Like, listen, maybe one day you're the host at Walmart. Maybe a month later you decide that you're going to go back to law school. And I think that's fantastic, right? I think we should all of us constantly change what we're doing in life. I decided that I no longer want to be a drama channel. I want to be a source, okay? So can you all make that happen? Like, I want to be, when you read those magazines that say a source said, oh my... I want to be a source so bad. In fact, I'm going to start getting t-shirts in my merch shop that just say a source. I'm a source. Okay. Because there's a lot of sources in this article, which means it's just a bunch of buffoonery and lies, okay? It just means they made it up and they said a source. That's what I think. That's what I always believe. Okay. So here we are at Fox News. Lori Loughlin felt manipulated in college admissions scandal. Didn't think she broke laws report. This will be good. With right underneath there is an ad for David Baldacci's new book called Redemption, if you want to get it. You might think about that word a little bit, Lori Loughlin. Redemption, okay? Lori Loughlin and husband Mo Giannulli. See, you can already tell I like these more, okay? Lori Loughlin and husband Mo Giannulli didn't think they broke any laws in the college admissions bribery scam, a new report claims. The couple have pleaded not guilty to charges related to allegedly paying William Rick Singer $500,000 to get their daughter's YouTube star Olivia Jade and aspiring actress Isabella. She have a last name, she just like Madonna. I mean, Isabella who, okay? Into the University of Southern California, USC. They put that like we're a bunch of idiots, okay? The girls reportedly posed as crew team recruits despite not being coxswains. I don't know what a coxswain is. I don't think it sounds very nice. I don't think I'd want to be a coxswain. But apparently that has something to do with crewing, okay? Or rowing or whatever. Row a boat. Row this boat, because I don't know what a coxswain is and I really don't care, okay? I just want to get to the part where Miss Lori Loughlin thought she was duped, okay? I want to hear about how she really thought she was manipulated into paying somebody $500,000. Because that, I just cannot even get behind for 1 second. Okay. Wait. Insiders, here it is. Here's it. Insiders, that's source. I'm a source and I'm an insider, okay? Insiders told Entertainment Tonight that Loughlin felt deceived by Singer. Woo, this is so rich. Okay, so now Lori Loughlin had paid $500,000 to this fool who scammed all these people out to get their kids into college, which he did get him into college, okay? He came through with what he bargained. So why did she feel like she was deceived? No, you got your kid into college. She even sent him an email, okay? They don't talk about this in this article because I've already read this article, so I already know all the tea, okay? But once her daughter got into the college, she sent him an email thanking him for helping. She knew what she was doing. And that email, we know about emails, don't we? That email, it's coming up in the court. I think maybe she forgot that she emailed him that, but it's coming up in court. Okay. Insiders told Entertainment Tonight that Loughlin felt deceived by Singer, scam mastermind turned cooperating witness. Can you imagine that on your resume? Underneath there, listen. If you put underneath there your name and then the title was Scam Mastermind turned Cooperating Witness, you'd never get another job. I don't know, maybe working for Fox News because that's where they put his name. About the severity of what she and Giannulli were doing, Lori and her husband claimed they were under the impression. So many people asked me where I got my necklace yesterday. I'm not telling. No, Urban Outfitters, $8. Lori and her husband claimed they were under the impression they might be breaking rules, but not laws. They feel they were manipulated by... God, you guys manipulated me! They feel they were manipulated by those involved. This is so ridiculous. I mean, does she think anybody is going to believe this? If you believe this... I got some swampland in Texas to sell you, or whatever they say. They feel they were manipulated by those involved and are planning that as part of their defense. I think that sounds like a pretty good defense, Lori. Where'd you get that, a Lifetime Hallmark movie? A source told the outlet. They realize how serious the charges are, but feel that once the judge hears their story, he will see they had no bad intentions. Well, you see, Judge, we didn't really think that we were spending $500,000 to get Olivia Jade into college, even though she didn't want to go because she already has sponsorship with Sephora. We thought we were buying a condo in the Bahamas. I mean, come on. These people are so entitled and foolish. After the couple rejected a plea agreement that Desperate Housewives star Felicity Huffman and several others implicated in the scheme accepted. Why? Because that will be in Peter's second episode called Reacting to Hollywood's Not So Smart, Maybe Kind of Smart People, okay? Because that's what you do in this situation, Lori Loughlin. You accept the plea deal, okay? Or you're going up the river for a while. You know what I'm saying? Okay. She's doing jail time. She doesn't think she is. She thinks she's untouchable. She's doing jail time, okay? She has been hanging out in the Target with her husband's t-shirts for way too long, okay? She's been living the fantasy on the Hallmark Channel that she got fired from, okay? I don't know who she thinks she is, but this is not going to be pretty for old Lori Loughlin, I hate to tell you, okay? You might want to start saving your money for commissary. I'm just saying, okay? You like Snicker bars? I hope to have them. Okay. Let's see. If convicted of all charges against them, Giannulli and Loughlin may face up to 40 years behind bars. I mean, this is unreal. Okay, Lori Loughlin reportedly, they have like at the beginning of each paragraph, they have chapters. These are chapters to the book of Lori Loughlin. Lori Loughlin reportedly having trouble accepting charges in college scam. Kind of sounds like that to me too. When Lori heard the number of years she could spend in prison, she broke down crying. Child, I would too. 40 years, okay? I think I would accept the plea deal. If I was really like that upset and really didn't think that I could handle it, which I know, let's just be for real, okay? I couldn't. So, yes, please. Any plea deal. The fact that there's a plea deal on the table, thank you. What is it? Okay, 3 months? I could do that. Let's go, okay? I mean, she's like asking for it. I really don't understand it. The thought of being separated from her loved ones for years brought her to her knees. This is also the very first time she's gotten emotional in court. Y'all know this, okay? They said she's been absolutely stoic and has acted like none of this has affected her. Then she hears that she could face 40 years in jail, and she's a crying Hallmark mess, okay? I ain't buying it. She didn't win no Oscar, but she can do something kind of acting-wise. She has watched as the other families cut deals, but her husband feels they are not guilty and should plead not guilty, the source said. That's where you call in attorney number 2, Lori Loughlin, okay? That's your divorce attorney that files you a separate plea. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I would not, listen, I love my husband to death. I do, okay? And I would do anything for him, but I would not go to prison for no 40 years. I just wouldn't, okay? Or 20 years for her. I just wouldn't, and not in some scam like this, okay? I'd say, hell no, we ain't going to jail for 20. You are stupid! No, we're not going to jail for 20 years each. Think this through. If they both get out of this, I'm telling you right now, okay? If poor Felicity Huffman, if poor Felicity Huffman goes to jail for 3 months for helping her kid cheat on the SATs, no, I don't feel sorry for her right now. I'm just joking. But if she goes to jail for 3 months and pays some huge fine and all this kind of stuff on a plea deal, and Lori Loughlin doesn't get anything, I have no belief in the justice system in the United States anymore. None whatsoever. None. And that's what y'all come to see the video called Lori Loughlin Gets Off Scot-Free. That's what I'll be saying in my video. I'll be saying the justice system in the United States is a bunch of junk. It don't work. I don't care for it. Okay, here's our next chapter. Lori Loughlin rejected reality show offer before college scandal. The source denies the former When Calls the Heart star and the fashion designer are truly guilty of the charges based on their own ignorance, but admits that a judge and jury may not see it that way. Or they might. They in no way felt they were money laundering, the source claimed. They thought the money would be used for a donation and to benefit the school. Okay, these are people, right, that donate money all the time. They go to charity galas. They donate a huge amount of their income every year, you know, because they believe in that kind of stuff, because they're apparently philanthropical. Philanthropical, is that the word I'm looking for? Anyway, you know, they just are good Judies, okay, to the world. But anyway, so they know what it is. They have people looking into this. They have people looking into donations and giving, you know, gifts of niceness and all that kind of gifts of niceness, okay? You would think that if you were giving $500,000 to a charity, you would probably know what that charity entailed. Don't you think? Like, I mean, you would really know what that was about. Not just what you kind of thought, like, here, let me just write you a little check, okay? But what you really thought that was going to. This ignorance she's pleading, I am not buying it. Okay, even so, this has been one of the toughest decisions of Lori's life. What Lori Loughlin's not guilty plea could mean for the actress. It didn't say anything about the reality show. I wanted to know what the reality show was. Oh, that's probably in the video. Anyway, the insider added, their friends have explained to them that they cannot just plead ignorance. In the end, she trusts those who are advising her and somehow believes there is a chance she will go free, another source said. Loughlin initially assumed she'd just get a slap on the wrist. I know she did. We're not stupid. We all know that that's what she thought, okay? We all know that that's what she thought. Laughlin's attorneys and rep did not immediately respond to Fox News' request for comment. I'm sure they didn't. Let's go back up to this statement, maybe my favorite statement in the whole article. The insider added, their friends have explained to them that they cannot just plead ignorance. Can you imagine that conversation? Lori, seriously, sweetie, like, we want to go to lunch at the Ivy. We want to continue to be able to go shopping and stuff with you. I mean, we have a trip planned for the south of France next year. What are we going to do? You're 1/5 of the house. And after that, we have Las Vegas and we have Maui. What are we supposed to do without you for all this time? You have to take the plea, Lori. You have to. What? No. I didn't do anything wrong. What? Have you ever had a friend like that? I've had friends like that. I have had friends like that before where you're like, hello, is there anybody in there? And you realize there's not, but I still love him anyway, and that's why I call him my friend. Oh, God. It kind of makes me really sad, the whole situation, doesn't it? And the saddest of it all is that in this total buffoonery, there are still kids that lost their places, because the reality is we have absolutely no idea how long this has been going on, how many people were really, I mean, this is not probably the only thing like this out there. He's probably not the only charity out there like this. There's probably many, right? Which means that for many, many years, rich folk are paying to get their kids into college, taking the place of those students that really, really deserved it. And I think it's really, really sad. Anyway, I'm sure that we will find more out as the days go on and the court trial of Lori Loughlin goes on. And I think it will be interesting to see if the kids are brought into this. You know, the more articles that I read, the more I hear about that, the more I make videos about it, the more that that's like, people are saying that in the comment sections, that they think that the kids should, you know, whatever, be brought into this whole situation. So I don't know. What do you guys think about that in the comment section below? What do you think will happen to Lori Loughlin and her husband if they go to court, which apparently now they're going to court because they, you know, filed not guilty. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.